All right, it is our final demonstration of our Drawing Star Wars Ships class. I hope you had a chance to watch the mindset video that I posted yesterday. So I wanted to let you guys know that you have done an excellent job. Whether you think you have or not, I know that you have, and I'm not just saying that. This was a very difficult class, and it is just mind-boggling to me how much some of you have come, and I've seen some of you in my all of my classes, and I can just see the growth. So I encourage you today, go back through, because I'm not allowed to save your drawings. Go back through your drawings, your sketchbooks, all the way to the beginning and flip through them until now. And I want you to just look at the progress that you've made. Just look at your progress and just pat yourself on the back and say to yourself, I'm getting better. I get better every day. Say that to yourself. Be a fun exercise to do. I love looking at my old pictures. Okay, sharpening my pencils. I'm going to keep this one dulled and sharpen just a tad. So I'm really getting down to the nub on this little guy. Okay, so today we're doing another speed drawing. So let me, here's my paper, but I'm also going to show you what we're doing today. I picked this ship. I just looked up, different ships in the Mandalorian series, and I saw this one, and I said, man, that is really pretty. I like the turquoise and the blue colors, and I wanted to do something with color because we haven't done too many things that have that. So I'm pulling out my crayons now. This is another speed drawing, by the way, so please feel free to pull up this reference photo because that's what I'm going to be doing. Right now I'm going through my crayon box here. Now it's blues. Turquoise. I really don't have a good turquoise, so I'm going to pull out some greens too. See if I can mix myself some turquoise. And I'll show you how to do that. Okay. I'll show you what I've got here in just a minute. So let me stop this share. So it looks like we have a very light turquoisey color on the cockpit, and then some dark turquoise on the wings and even the turrets. All right, gotta draw this thing first, right? Okay, so the colors, I've just gotten a bunch of light blues out of here. That I know are light blues. This is actually blue-green, so it's closer to turquoise. This is almost like a sea foam, and then this is a darker version of that. I think these are the same color. This one's just lighter. I don't know what gel effects is. I don't even know where I got this. It's probably a sample out of a regular crayon deck. And then I have just this yellow green. Might not be able to use that. I just grabbed it anyway. Got regular green, turquoise blue. This actually says turquoise blue, so that's closer to what we're looking for, but it's still not green enough for what I'm wanting. Got some periwinkle. That's more like a gray. And then I've got actual my light Timberwolf that I love, and then some silver and some sky blue and spring green. So I'm not sure if the yellow green or spring green are going to work. This is from a 64 crayon set, by the way. If you're wondering where in the world these names came from, I have a 64 crayon set. The reason I use crayons is because I like to practice with cheap materials because I don't have a whole lot of money and I don't want to waste it on art things while I'm learning. If I'm doing a specific kind of learning, I usually, it just depends. Oil painting and painting is, and doing something professionally is very different from learning. But I've gotten used to using crayons. I just really like them. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move these over here. And remember, this is going to be another speed drawing. So if you need to slow this down, please do so. If you want to just watch it first or just see what I'm doing. But the purpose of these exercises is to try to go quickly. Trying to go quickly. Okay. Go to my reference photo. All right. So I'm going to go for it. So here we go. I'm not going to draw any graphs on this one. Remember, we're just getting our impression. I didn't talk about the impression. I guess I did. I like the colors. That's the main impression that I have of this one is the colors. I'm going to try to get the angle here. So my brain works in rulers. So yes, I did draw a ruler. And that's what I do. So guess I'll own it, right? Going lightly. Oh man, we're out walking in the woods yesterday next to the river, Old Tiny River in Columbus. Guys, the pollen was something serious, something fierce. And I'm paying for it today. My throat is killing me. So I haven't gotten out like that in a really long time. And I was pulling my toddler and my friend's toddler in those red wagons. My exercise. So if I don't talk a lot today, it's just because my throat hurts. It's not because I don't want to talk to you. These shapes here might end up having to be redrawn. I'm just scratching them in right now. I wanted to try something new too, something that I haven't had the chance to see my whole life. Like the old Star Wars movies are what I grew up with, which I'm sure you assume. So I haven't really had a chance to draw this. So I wanted to try something new that I didn't have fresh in my memory. fixed mindset and growth mindset stuff that I talked about in that video I sent. Something I'm still working on. Some people are good with the growth mindset when it comes to certain things. When it comes to other things, sometimes you have a little bit of a harder time. I feel like with art, I kind of have, it goes back and forth. Sometimes I feel like I'm never going to get better. Of course, I compare myself to the same people you guys compare yourselves to. Sometimes I feel like this is it, no one's going to buy my stuff. One thing I do is, making an Etsy shop, and you don't make a lot of sales. And it just makes you question, why am I doing this? Why in the world am I even trying to do this? Obviously, nobody wants my stuff. It can be a slippery slope. Nobody wants my stuff, probably because I'm not really that great of an artist. This kind of sounds stupid, doesn't it? You're probably thinking, I don't even know what you're talking about. But it's something we all deal with. There's something in our lives where we just feel like we're not good enough. And art has always been one of those things because I love it so much. And I feel like if I love it so much and I've been doing it for so long, then I should be perfect at it by now, right? It's irrational. It's completely irrational. But sometimes we think that way. Sadly, we think that way, right? It takes a long time to get out of those feelings. It takes a lot of encouragement, not only from other people, but from yourself. Got to remind yourself that everything you do is one step closer to where you want to be. Perfection never comes, but progress comes with time. And just owning up to the fact that there's always going to be somebody better. If you have the expectation that there's always going to be somebody better than you, that's not something you're going to worry about all the time. Okay? You're going to seek those people out, actually, because those people will challenge you, and you can pick their brains and ask them what their techniques are, how they learned. But if you avoid those people because they're better than you or they make you feel bad about yourself, then you can't grow. Somebody told me, because I used to play video games and stuff a lot. And one of the games I played was, it's like one of the really early Call of Duty games, but it was called Day of Defeat. You guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. It was back before Call of Duty was a thing. But they said you're never going to get better if you're always playing with people that you can beat. You need to play with people who you cannot beat for a long time. And then you will adapt and learn the techniques that those people use. And you'll learn different ways to beat them. Again, if you're only playing on the competency against people who are on the same level as you, you're not going to be as challenged. So that's something to think about too, is having that challenge is an important thing. I'm being more careful with this one. I think just It's just more of a rigid piece. Like, it's hard to be as free as I was with our Mandalorian ship yesterday. Have you noticed that when you do something more rigid or straight, you tend to be more cautious? Well, apparently I'm that way because I'm struggling with this one here to be free. Struggling to be free. I already told you guys last time I struggled to be free with my drawing. I'm always aiming for precision. Always aiming for precision. I think partly that's because I did grow up I did grow up with people who were a lot better than me. Or hearing about people. Or as soon as I would say that I like to draw, they'd be like, my cousin likes to draw. And they're like so talented, you know, but they never did anything with their art. Instead of complimenting my art, they just went straight to their cousin or whatever. And I was like, oh, well, cousin's obviously better than me because they kind of just didn't even acknowledge that I drew. So that's that. It hurt my feelings. So I think I'm still kind of dealing with the scars of my past when it comes to that. Sometimes you don't want to hear from your mom because you feel like your mom is going to, like, of course, like your stuff, right? Right now, I'm just trying to create that negative space line because it's like outer space showing through here. And it's helping me define this shape here in the middle. That's why I did that. Excuse me. Where our turquoise is going to go there. Okay. Some turquoise here. Down. Triangle. We've got it right here. And all the way down this wing. This wing, which is actually sharper. This one's got it. Same thing over here. Coming up from that. Coming over. All right. Very nice. So this one might be off just this image. Making it a little bigger so I can fit this shape in finish off this little guy. All right. Drawing wise, I like it. And I don't want it to face super crazy here, but all right, so now I'm going to add, I'm just going to darken my edges here so I can see what I'm doing. Add some shades. All right. Dark shade. This part's gonna be darkest dark. And you remember what I did on the first day where I kind of made it going into outer space? Well, I'm going to do that with this one too. That way, the colors stick out really nice. Bright turquoise. I said find the angle, just go straight out. The line here, find that line, wiggle your way out. Pencil is about done. I need to sharpen it. Some sharper edges here. good enough now. Darken some of these areas up a little more before we add in our colors. I'm going to add shade over the colored areas. Where it needs it. Saw a picture meme of the Phantom Menace the other day, so now I've got it stuck in my head. My mom is it. No, we only did some certain episodes of the Star Wars, so if you want to see other ones, such as the prequels, please let me know. We'll pick some ships from there and try some of those. Maybe do another class on the ships from the prequels. There's some pretty cool ships. You've got the pod racers. I thought about those. This could have been a much longer class, but it's probably good to keep it in sequences so you don't get too overwhelmed with what's happening. So. Right. Now I'm going to add the color. I'm going to grab my turquoise blue here. It is a lot lighter than what's on the picture. But I'm going to darken it up here in just a second. So I'm just going to put that in where it needs to go. You know what? It looks really good with the pencil, so I probably should have added dark before I colored it on. Because I remember when we did this last time, it smeared, remember? So it made it look much darker. Up here is a very bright light. And all of these are that dark turquoise. So I'm going to color in beforehand and then go over it with the turquoise here. There we go. That looks much better. I'm crayon is not extremely sharp, so I'm not getting super sharp colors here, but it's still going to stick out rather nicely. Blue on the tail. Dark turquoise in the middle here. As well. So shading it first, then coloring it. Awesome. Well, there it is. Adding some more shading on this part. Now what I'm going to do now is just go in with my Timberwolf. Lightly use that color in. This is not a white ship. It's also not completely shaded gray. So I'm just gonna lightly go over some more areas here. Darken up that shading. Nice and dark. Crayons are a special thing. I like them a lot. Wax and color. Timberwolf is just a very, very light gray, so I don't have to worry about overdoing it too much. I think I'm gonna leave it at this. I like this a lot. Here is lighter, nice there. But all right, now we've got it. There is our ship of the day. Guys, you have been awesome in this class, and I look forward to seeing you in more classes.